Well, welcome to the site, and how's this? City boy, but I'm here on a farm with Hamish. What we're going to do is talk to you a little bit about depression. Hamish, tell me what may be one of the unique things that farmers face.
Weather would probably be the biggest one. I think weather's probably always the biggest issue on the back of farmers' minds. The next key one would probably be financial performance.
How do you actually switch that off every day when it's, people have got mortgages, you've got all sorts of things going on, haven't you?
Well, it's actually a really good question, John. Me personally, I probably don't shut it off. I go home at night, I sit in front of the computer, I do accounts, I do records, you read your mail, and it's all part of the business. I'm looking after someone else's multi-million-dollar asset here, and if I make one wrong mistake here, it's actually affecting their income. You go to bed and you're listening to the weather in the winter and thinking, what mess the cows are making? And it all builds to it. It's just an ongoing thing. I used to be quite sports orientated, used to love my sports, just like you did. Cycling, a bit of indoor netball, quite competitive with my sports. And that used to be my time out. And when farming got to me, it drew me back to the farm. I was just 24/7 on the farm, and I gave up everything else I enjoyed. It was just, it really knocked me. I shut myself out from family. Didn't want to talk to the wife, didn't want to spend time with the kids. So I used to just make myself busy down the farm. And when I say make myself busy, I used to go out and I'd do 22 hours a day because I didn't want to be around people, didn't want to be around family. I just went out and I found jobs to do, which it made the illness worse. Farming wise, I felt like I was always having to improve myself. It was always in the back of my mind. I'm always having to compete or compare or prove myself to people. It really got me.
So when did you actually realise that you needed to reach out, and what did you do? Well, how did you take that first step?
The first step was I got to the stage I just wanted to be by myself, and my wife Lisa, she picked up on it and she actually made the first step for me. She actually made the call to the doctor for me. From there I spoke to a counsellor who was farming orientated as well, and he was a really good guy, knew exactly where I was coming from, been through it all. They were probably the first steps, John.
So what did you learn? You mentioned sport before. Do you just actually have to force yourself to go and do something different?
You do, yeah. I got heavily involved in a couple of organisations, so I got away from the farm, and it made me shut the farm off a bit and think about other things. And I've always wanted to help other people. It's part of our goal was to help other people, whether it be teaching or something like that. And it's really worked out quite well, just getting out and getting involved with other organisations and getting away from the farm. You've got to do it.
Thanks, Hamish. Great insight into depression and farming. You heard how Hamish got through it. You need to do the same. Reach out, you're on the site, have a look around. Ring the helpline if you need it. Talk to people who you trust. There is a way through. Hamish has talked about his way through. Your turn. Reach out, get the help.